This is a dictation at the rate of 100 words per minute. Yes, ready? Start. If you look at the political field or the economic field or any other field, you find two slightly contradictory tendencies. One is the tendency to centralize. Now, centralization is inevitable in the modern world, whether it is governmental or of any other kind. It may give you better results, it may develop better efficiency and all the rest of it. Although a stage arrives in the process of centralization when perhaps efficiency does not grow. The other tendency is the growth of individual human freedom. Undoubtedly, the greater the centralization, the less the individual freedom, even though the results obtained might be better. Some people prefer the processes of decentralization because they allow the individual to grow more. On the other hand, there are certain very important things in modern link which cannot be decentralized if you want any progress at all. Well, you have got to balance all these things, but the main thing is that the growth of the individual human being or group cannot be imposed. A human being grows and ought to grow like a flower or a plant. You cannot pull it out, you can water it, you can help it grow, you can give it good soil, you can put it in the fresh air or in the sun, but it has to grow itself. You cannot make it grow by force. Many of our people sometimes think that you could make something grow by some decree from above, but you cannot. I do not know if I have talked relevantly or not about irrigation and power. I was talking to you about the effect the map of India with the Himalayas produced on me. I thought of the tremendous source of power. I wonder if ever there will be somebody wise enough and knowledgeable enough to write the story of our rivers. What a wonderful story they would make. Let us take the story of the Ganga. It will be the story of India and more especially of North India. It will be far more important, far more living and real than all the history books that you have. It will be the story of the growth of Indian culture and civilization. It will be the story of the great cities on the Ganga. It will be the story of the rise and fall of empires. It will be the story of the development of human life, of people, Aryans as well as other races coming down from the northwestern frontier to the broad plains of India right up to the Ganga. It will be a magnificent story if it could be written properly. Of course, it is not the engineer's job to write it, but I want the engineer who works on these rivers to have an imaginative approach to his work. Even the stones will tell a story. I should like not only the big engineer but also the small engineer to think in this way and to convey something of this exciting approach to the worker in the